Labour General Council was founded in 2012. It was a request made from the extractive and non-extractive industries within the Labour area for representation, wider representation from the community. What they found is that there are a lot of groups in the area, and the various groups are all clamoring or requesting the same things, whether it be for sports, funding for sports, culture, these various things. And when the companies do give resources to these entities, it only reaches a small fraction of the community. So they will ask that there's a group to be formed that will give a wider representation throughout the wider community of Labour, being Rosilac to Vance River, which kind of embodies the industrial estates and its fence line. So it started off where the NGOs within the area tried to form that umbrella body and was unsuccessful. So with that, National Energy asked us to assist in the process with the village councils. So the 6 village councils, which falls within the fence line of the industrial estate, came together to form the Labour General Council. When the village councils came together, we decided that we would not mimic the function of the village councils, but more or less use the general council to represent when wider and bigger national issues comes up. Example, let me say project coming to the area. One of the instances that we did representation when we had the oil spill. So when we came together, we decided that what we will do is that when these wider, bigger issues come, we will now join together to have that collective representation for the community rather than factions, and to give that greater voice of what it is the community needs. The village councils that make up the Labour General Council are Rosilac Village Council, Labour proper Village Council, Sobo Village, Vesini Village, Union Village, and also Vance River. The structure is that each council will have 3 representatives on the executive of the Labour General Council, bringing it to 18. Right? This was effective in terms of when we going forward in terms of negotiation and meeting, that we'll have that representation for each village on board and have the information now going back to each village council and then come back together to make a final decision. The structure was that from ground upwards rather than top come down, so that we'll have the representation from the community, right? So we'll get that feedback from the community when the village councils meet with the various community, and we would now bring back that information with whichever entity or company that we're dealing with, showing that this is what the community is asking for, and have that collective representation, and we'll have that fraction and division in the decision making. Our style of representation brought us success. We dealt with a few companies in the area. One of them is Solotage Bachi. We got them to move after protests by the community from 10% labor force hiring from the community to 40%. We also work with Trinity Drilling, where we got them to train 5 individuals at Kenson as operators. We also got Trinity to train 16 youths in the area in oil spill. This came into great use in the oil spill back in 2015. Those people were able to hire and use the skill that they got there. We also got Trinity to hire 3 caterers to use on their offshore project and 2 local contractors for other areas. We also work with Junior Sami when they were doing the elaborate road extension for Labitco and also the main road. We were able to get 7 local contractors to do box drain and hiring directly roughly about 80 persons. So directly and indirectly, roughly about 100 persons were able to be hired with Junior Sami in the projects that they were doing there. The Library General Council is in restructuring process right now, rebranding and renaming. This is to facilitate international and national access to resources that we can bring to the community. We are moving from being a CBO to an NGO. Right now we are in a networking process and capacity building, doing programs with the Copper Foundation through the Lloyd Best Institute and also the Rose Foundation, where we're doing governance training, and also at this point in time we are doing accessing the media and reporting. So the Library General Council, in its vision for the future, we are networking with entities within the area and out of the area where we can bring opportunities or holistic development to the area. One of the things that we are looking to do right now is to have a sporting academy. Because of the wealth of talent that we have within this area, we have produced a lot of national and international sportsmen and women. So that is one thing that we are looking to do in the future in terms of development. We are also networking with companies in the area to form, if you would like, a chamber of commerce, bring that to the present, so that they'll bring economical opportunities for entrepreneurs within the area. So that is something is also on the future burner for us. We have already started the groundwork with that. We are also, in terms of expanding and building our capacity throughout the community in terms of representation for not just entrepreneurs, but also individuals who may need assistance with scholarships and these sort of different things. So we putting together a full package, and this is the reason for the rebranding and the renaming process and moving from a CBO to an NGO, so that we can now access resources to bring these things to fruition.